First tonight, the Rochester Police Department held a press conference earlier today to discuss a recent spike in shooting, that is, and what law enforcement is doing to get illegal guns and drugs off the streets. KIMT News 3's Alek LaShomb was there for it. Alek, what do they have to say?
Well, Tyler, law enforcement is trying to get a handle on the summer crime wave because right now we're halfway through the year, but we've already seen more shootings than all of 2021.
My bottom line message today is if you commit a violent act in this community, you are our priority.
The Rochester Police Department is addressing the recent spike in shootings across the city. The chief, Jim Franklin, says there have been 11 shootings so far in 2022 compared to 10 shootings in 2021. He says law enforcement is responding by creating a new task force that pulls together resources from other divisions.
Members of this Violence Disruption Task Force include members from our Patrol Division, our Investigative Division, and our Intel Division. The group initiates and coordinates response, identifying suspects, and then purposely goes and tracks them down.
Franklin says the task force arrested 8 people, executed 3 search warrants, and have confiscated 7 illegal guns in the last 2 weeks. He says law enforcement have taken 23 illegal guns off the streets so far this year, with a total of 43 guns seized last year. Weapon law violations, which includes the seizure of illegal guns, has spiked in recent years, but Franklin says he does not expect another sharp increase this year.
Certainly did see a spike in 20. I think we're leveling back out again. If you do a comparative analysis between 21 and 22, we're pretty much right on, right on pace, if you will. However, our perspective is, one is too many, and so we need to actively and aggressively get back into the proactive policing lane, and that's what we're doing.
He says most of this year's shootings have not been random acts of violence and that they're mainly tied to drugs. Authorities say Olmsted County is among a handful of counties that are classified as a high-intensity drug trafficking area. Franklin says the department needs the community's help with reducing crime and that community-based groups like the Community Engagement Response Team has been instrumental in establishing a relationship with Med City residents.
I'm very proud of that partnership. We're going to continue to use that partnership and have that partnership help us problem solve in this community.
Franklin adds that RPD is still suffering from staffing shortages, but says the department just hired 10 officers last Thursday. Tyler.
Great. Thank you very much, Alek. Now, the latest arrest RPD carried out was last Friday. That was when the department made 5 arrests and confiscated 7 guns and drugs from 3 search warrants in connection to a shooting back in May.